Hello there, big thank you to you for staying with us and always being a part of our conversations here on Prime Morning. It's time for us to get into the major issues that we're talking about today. Don't forget, it's proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise, still phones, Papa Fie, and Franco is giving you the very best discounts and also appliances that you need in your homes. Don't forget that if you want to change your phone, if you want to buy a new one, Franco Trading Enterprise has got you. If you need iPhone, Samsung, Nokia, you can definitely go there and get it. Also, those of you out there who want to get some air conditioning, some televisions, and some CCTV cameras for your offices, your new homes, Franco Trading Enterprise is your number one best bet. And please do well and download the app. It's the Franco Trading app, and also visit our website, www.francotrading.com, and you can get all the details that you need from there, and you can do business with us. You can find our numbers over there, our branches, and also some other things that we have in store for you, right? So just go there and be a part of all the amazing things that have been given many people out there, and it's all about Franco Trading Enterprise. Franco Trading Enterprise says still, phones, Papa Fie. We're grateful to them this morning for bringing news flash here on Prime Morning. Today we're getting into a very sensitive issue that has been, going on for a while now, and it's all about the Korle Bu Hospital and how issues of beds for people to be treated on have become a very serious issue. Now, the management is saying that there's a video that has been circulating. I'm sure by now you've seen that video. It exposes some people who are lying on the floor because they have not been able to get beds to be treated on. And management has actually come out. In fact, they're thinking that it could be AI-generated video that is out there. The CEO has been speaking to that issue, and he's been also addressing the Minister of Health, and he's been telling him that, in fact, yes, they are faced with challenges, but not to the extent of what we've been seeing circulating around. So we're going to be looking at it. Is it misinformation that is going on as far as Korle Bu is concerned, or it's just a real issue that we're not paying attention to? You can send your messages to us and let us know what you think. I'm sure by now you are home, you're enjoying your holiday, you want to be a part of the conversations. We're streaming live on Facebook. Our WhatsApp line is also active as well, so you can join us and let us know what you think. I'll be going and checking on what my Jaw Online has reported as far as some of the issues are concerned. It's a holiday, so we don't have our newspapers here, but I'll check some few stories on my Jaw Online. But yesterday, again, we'd like to say a big thank you to all those who made it to the Ghana Fest 2026. It started on Friday all the way through Sunday. Yesterday we wrapped it all up, and you guys have been incredible. In fact, our patrons who came through, our viewers, our listeners, for all the Joy brands who came through to make some purchase, those who came and interacted with us, we appreciate you so much. And most especially to our vendors. You guys are awesome. You're amazing. You're incredible. In fact, we'd like to do this with you all over again and again and again and again. You guys made it a success. You came through, brought all the products you have, the made in Ghana products that you have, and we had a really good time from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In fact, I wanted us to articulate the word because really, you guys were simply amazing. We love you so much. Thank you so much. I've got some of the brands here. I'll be acknowledging them and be saying thank you to them as we move on here on the show. So yeah, but let me introduce my guests in the studio. I've got two of them seated already. So let me just say good morning to them, and then we'll go to myjoyonline.com, get some few updates over there, and then we'll get into the major conversation this morning. Joining me here on the show today, I've got Osei Fiakwa is here with me, Communication Director for CPP. He's always here with us every morning here on Prime Morning, and it's always good to see him. It's a holiday. He's supposed to be enjoying his life, but he's here with me this morning. Good morning to you, my brother. Good to see you. And Barakadi Salah.
Yeah, Barakadi. Today is Salamu Alaikum.
Today is Salamu
Alaikum.
Alaikum Salam.
May peace of Allah be unto all of us.
Amen.
And then we thank Allah for the journey of Ramadan. I believe that most of us who genuinely went through the journey of Ramadan, our prayers will be answered by God. And I also want to congratulate our Muslim brothers for a very successful journey of Ramadan.
Yeah.
I see that it climax everywhere in peace. I just saw a report by Rafiq Salam.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful.
Very much so. I think it's one thing that you're even raising right now.
Exactly.
Very
yes. The climax was very
peaceful.
Quiet and peaceful.
Yeah.
We never heard any of those at the disputes that used to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm taking this opportunity to say a very congratulations to every Muslim, especially those in the CPP who've made it through the month of Ramadan. Let's remember that during the fasting, we made promises to Allah. We prayed to Him for forgiveness. We prayed to Him for success and guidelines. Let us not jump right back into the pool of sin after the month of Ramadan. We just came out of it. So once we were able to talk to Allah, we sought His guidelines and we sought His forgiveness. Let's make sure that we try as much as we can to live the life of righteousness. So basically, assalamu alaikum once again to everyone.
Alaikum salam. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for your time this morning here on the show. Also joining us this morning, Prosper Nartey is here with me, and he is also MPP's communications team, and he's also joining us this morning here on Prime Morning. Prosper, good morning.
Good morning. I'm good.
Good to see you, my brother.
Good to see you too.
How was your weekend? You had a good time?
Yeah, it has been a restful weekend, and the same line I want to congratulate our colleague Muslims for a successful Ramadan fast. And we just hope and pray that their prayers will graciously be answered by Allah for the peace of the country and the prosperity of the country as well.
Awesome. All right. So that's this morning we're getting into the conversation, but let me see what we have on my Joy Online, some of the stories that have been captured over the Joy Ghana Fest 2026 ends in color, culture, and celebration at the Chimota Mall. And yesterday was such an incredible time. I mean, it was just too much of enjoyment yesterday, and we're grateful to all of you once again for coming through. And that's some pictures of our vendors who came through. We had a very beautiful time with that circle that we made. Had some, entertainment, musicians coming through and all that. We'd like to do this again and again and again. Thank you so much. All right, some other news. 2 days, one epic adventure, Joy Safari Experience 2026 leaves patrons in unforgettable ecstasy, and that's also went down with Joy FM, making that 2-day trip. In fact, some of the videos and pictures that have come out of that trip is really, really, really nice. It tells you that we have some very great places here in the country that we can all make time and visit. So if you've not been to those places before, please do well and check out the pictures for yourself and make your time with your family and go to those places and enjoy. Just don't be in Accra. There are many, many places out of Accra that you can go and have some weekend with your family and all that. So yeah, you cannot run away. You cannot run an economy without crisis. Tech warns Ghana must prepare or pay. And IMF shackles debt default slowed our job engine, says Tech. U.S. drones deployed to Nigeria alongside troops for intelligence training. And Muhammad to lead Ghana's delegation to UN special session on reparatory justice. That conversation has also been going on for a while now. And the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, says he's not going to rest until that issue is taken a critical look at, because some of the things that were done to our forefathers back in time really, have to be compensated for. And so he's been pushing this agenda, and well, we wish him all the best with that. And why Ghana should reconsider the petroleum price floor policy. You can read about that as well on myjoyonline.com. Despite price cut, Ghana cocoa buyers lack funds to buy beans from farmers. Sources say in Africa, the cost of jet fuel is changing faster than you can fly. And Elon Musk misled Twitter investors. Jury findings actually indicate so. So yeah. Those are some of the stories that you can find on myjoyonline.com. And my interest will definitely be somewhere here, because I love to take trips and all that. So this one says, exploration, bonding, and unforgettable adventure marked the grand conclusion of the Joy 2-day Joy Safari Experience 2026 as patrons wrapped up their stay at the breathtaking Safari Valley Resort with renewed energy, friendships, and memories to last a lifetime. And some of the pictures over here, you can see pictures here having a good time. Yes. It was organized by Joy FM, a subsidiary of the Multimedia Group Limited. The Premium Getaway brought together adventure lovers, corporate groups, families, celebrities, tourists, and media personalities for a curated outdoor experience designed to showcase Ghana's ecotourism potential. And this happens every year. Last year was about 4 days or so. Last year we had about 4 days here. I was part of the team last year. I couldn't go this year because, so let me see. Oh, I hope I can. Okay, that's Alexis Bill over there of Joy FM, who actually led the pack for that 2-day adventure. And I can see from the faces that people are really tired. They are really, really tired. And yeah, I mean, okay, there you go. Okay, so there you go. Oh, what do I have here? I have all right, so I mean, that's what happened with that trip, So yes, very, 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 very beautiful side over there. Alexis again with the team, and so yes, we love it. We should do this again next year. Let me see what we can find over here, where His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama will depart Accra on Monday for an official visit to the United States, where he will lead Ghana's delegation to a high-level session on reparatory justice at the United Nations. The visit will take him to New York and Pennsylvania and will focus on addressing historical injustices linked to the transatlantic slave trade and honoring its victims. At the UN headquarters on Tuesday, President Mahama is expected to convene and deliver the keynote address at a high-level special event on reparatory justice. And so, yes, this by way of information for you as far as the president's trip is concerned, and we're hoping that something good comes out of that as well. So those are some of the stories you can find on my Joy Online when you go there. Especially, you can check out the IMF Shackles story that I had sent over there speaking on that issue. So yes, www.myjoyonline.com is where you can find all those details. So please go ahead and read all the stories from there. But this morning we're talking about Korle Bu Hospital and some of the issue of beds and why people are unable to get beds to actually sleep on or be treated on. Now, the CEO has been speaking on this issue, and he's said that the video that is circulating, and I'm sure some of you have seen the video, we'll try and see if we can find that video. I have seen that video, but the CEO is thinking it could be AI generated. In fact, they said there's some investigations ongoing with regards to that video to ascertain the authenticity of that video to know if indeed is a real one or not. But whatever it is, the health minister still believes that there's more we can do as far as Korle Bu is concerned. I'm sure you've also had that story. In fact, I had a friend in the US whose mother was actually referred to Korle Bu, and the moment the person heard the story about referral to Korle Bu, the person said, well, my mom is not coming back again. I'm sure there are family and friends around you who have also sometimes said about, the way they feel about what is going on at Korle Bu, but we want to see how best we can resolve some of these issues. And so, yes, send us your messages. If you have any experience like that, you can also send to us. We've even had situations of people who have been turned, away from the place because there were no beds available for them to be treated on. This is our health we're talking about. It's a major issue we want to take our attention to this morning. I've also been joined here by Dr. Frederick Ntiamwa. He's a lecturer at the University of Ghana and also NDC Communications team member here with me. Doc, good morning. I hope you're good, my brother.
Good morning, yeah. I'm doing very well.
Good to see you. How was your weekend? Was good?
Not bad.
Busy, eh?
Going up and down as usual.
There's no rest.
We sometimes find some rest. I think yesterday was a Sunday, so after church, as usual, you can have some rest for the rest of the week.
So at least you were able to get some rest. That's good. That's good. You need it. We all need it, actually. All right. So yes, but let me inform you that this Easter, the celebration will move to Gomua, and it's from the 2nd to the 5th of April 2026. The Gomua Easter Carnival will take place at the Gomua Central Constituency with 4 days of unforgettable color, culture, music, and pure excitement. You want to be a part of it. Experience vibrant street parades, electrifying live performances, rich cultural displays, visual arts, food, fashion, and exciting brand activations. A beautiful blend of heritage, royalty, and modern street culture, all in one destination. This bold initiative is championed by the Member of Parliament for Gomua Central, Kwame Asare Obeng, Honorable Plus. And the Gomoa Easter Carnival is powered by Joy Brands and proudly sponsored by Hot Wave. Date is on the 2nd to the 5th of April 2026. Venue will be Gomoa Central Constituency, Kwankrom. So come with your energy, come ready to celebrate. And the Gomoa Easter Carnival 2026, we say let's meet at the center. For those of you who want to be vendors, please call 02021 58734, 02021587434. And if you need a hotel reservation, call 053-404-9996. That's 053-404-9996, and speak to us. We're definitely going to make sure that you are attended to. Let me say a big thank you to Sir Arts. My costume is by Sir Arts. He put this together for me. They are into Agbada Kaftan suit, custom made one. So anyhow you want it, any way you want it, Sir Art will definitely be there for you. Give them a call on 0244-199-257, 0244-199-257, and let them actually do something special for you. You can find them on Instagram at Sir Art Global, at Sir Art Global. And when you go there, just mention my name. You can get a discount when you mention KMJ. Anytime you go there, you mention my name, you get some nice discount, and they deliver in 24 hours. And so yes, elegance and simplicity is what they say. And yesterday they brought this to me whilst I was at the mall, working, and it was just 24 hours that I said I needed something for today. And the one that I used on last Friday for the Muslim, Prime Morning show was also provided by Sir Art. So yes, they do some incredible designs out there. So go and check them out. Anyway, let's get into our first story this morning, which is the Korle Bu issue. I'm sure my guests over here, one way or the other, have also heard about some of the issues with Korle Bu. I'll start off with you, Osei Kofi. Korle Bu is one of the places that you cannot underestimate in terms of what it's able to do for us as a country. In fact, it's one of the places that we put a lot of respect on for the lives that it saved many years, even before we are also enjoying what happens over there. But for some reason, it seems to be always getting on a different path where you don't necessarily want to be proud of, especially with that video that has been circulating in terms of deaths that people are not able to, get them to be treated on.
Yes, a very good morning once again to our viewers, particularly members of the Convention People's Party. KMJ, it becomes very disturbing when, as a sick person, as a patient, you decide to go to a hospital facility to seek healthcare. And the stories coming from that facility is that you better not go, because this is the situation there.
And this is real issue.
Yes.
Like it's not even a joke.
Yes.
Once they make referral, anybody hears, oh,
you are going to go. Then you are not coming back.
And it's sad.
You see? So it is called, and I don't know, I wanted to make something out of it. Korle Bu is becoming a death trap. It's becoming a place where everybody fears to go. And it is sad that Korle Bu is one of the most leading hospitals in this country. And the sad part of it again is that it is a teaching hospital where they mentor doctors from the medical school to be able to become full-fledged doctors. So it is a place whose image must be protected at all times. Now, you read something that the CEO is debunking the fact that these are AI-generated images.
It could be. Because so they are now investigating to authenticate it.
So right under his nose, he doesn't know what is going on. He doesn't have the nose to smell that this is what's happening. If it becomes evident that there's some iota of truth, I think he should be fired. I think he should be fired for not knowing what is happening right under his administration. But the point is this: I could have probably agree that it could be an AI thing. But then there's a story that was run by Major Online, the Joy Brand, about a young man, I think he's an engineer, who was knocked down by a car, was taken to Korle Bu, and he was told that there was no bed, and he died right there, I think the ambulance.
The 28-year-old.
Yes, okay. So these are stories. These are evidence. Okay, these are witness statements coming right from the hospital. So we don't have to just treat it like it is nothing at all. We have to discuss it so that we find solutions to the problem. Now, to me, it is absurd to say that I am going to the hospital from my home, from my bedroom, and let me state on record. I don't believe any of the patients who go to Korle Bu don't have bed in their houses. Everybody who goes to Korle Bu for treatment probably have some bed of some sort, whether it's a mattress on the floor or a full-fledged bed or something in their houses. So if they are going to Korle Bu and they are being told that there's no bed, and so you have to lie on the floor
to be treated
in this 21st century, it is something as a country we should not play politics with it. We should be very angry about it, and we should find solution once and for all. It's something we don't have to joke at all. Like I said, the hospital is supposed to be a healing place, a place where you go with confidence, a place that gives you hope that once you take the burden, which is the sickness you are suffering from, once you take that burden to that hospital, you will get some relief of some sort. That is the healing. But if you are going to the hospital and already on your mind, you are being told that even if you go there, there's no bed. And to make it more appealing to the Ghanaian, you are going to the hospital and somebody tells you, just think about it. Don't go. If you go, you won't get a bed. The first thing that will start coming to your mind is that, then what happens to me? Because you are living the comfort of your home, where because of sickness, you don't want to stay. You want to go and seek treatment, thinking that that place should have more comfort than the place you are, because that's where the healing is. And then you are being told that when you go, that place is hell. You won't even get a bed. And everybody knows that when it comes to healing, psychology forms a bigger chunk of it. If you are sick, and you have a belief that the person treating you is capable of healing you, that's about 50% of the work done. If you are sick and you believe that all is lost and you have given up, it is very difficult saving you. So we must rebrand the images of our hospitals, not Korle Bu alone. The Konfanoti, the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, and all the hospitals in our regional capitals, where referrals are made to these regional capitals because of the service they render there, the specialists, and then because of the facilities they have there. So if at the end of the day, Korle Bu of all places is telling me that I can't have a bed when I come for treatment, what am I supposed to make of Nkwanta Hospital or Nkunya Hospital or Tepadeshet Hospital? What am I supposed to make of it? Am I supposed to have hope? You get it?
Because the Almighty Korle Bu.
The Almighty Korle Bu, because that's the most the Almighty referral point. The Konfanoti, the Korle Bu. These are the places where we know the specialists are, the doctors who specialize in some sort of what do you call it? Diagnosis are. And at the end of the day, they are telling you that even when you come, a common bed to sleep on for the doctor to come and know what is wrong with you, there's no bed. So where do we begin? So this thing that is trending on our various news portals, let us not play politics with it. It is not a matter of the MPP did what or the NDC did what. That's not what we want to hear. What we want to hear is that the people who are Ghanaians, who are genuinely sick, and who are genuinely looking for healing, okay, are stranded. They don't have beds to sleep on. The doctors cannot even attend to them because they are lying on the floor. And it is a very bad image for Ghana. It's a very bad image. I mean, if I'm an investor, all right, and I want to come and do business in Ghana, and I care so much about my health because probably I'm in my middle age, and my health is very important to me, and I want to find out what the health status of Ghana is, and I get these images. Do you think I'll come?
Of course not.
But of course, this is something that we, the politicians, have created, even though I don't want it to be politics. We sit in this country, and the finance minister, who has asked the health sector to contribute to the purse of this country, to the levies and all those things, and the health cares and all those things, go and tell the chief of staff that I am sick. I am going to the US for treatment. And the chief of staff says, go. So who's supposed to say here? Okay? We live in this country where the health minister, the minister of health, I'm tempted to say the chief doctor, but some of them are not doctors, okay, goes to the chief of staff and say that I am not well and I want to go elsewhere and seek medical treatment. And when I go there, I'm going to contribute to the health sector, their health sector. I'm going to build the economy. Exactly. And then the chief of staff says, okay, meanwhile, there are doctors here who can be sent abroad to learn about whatever specialized treatment these people go and seek, so that when they come here, they can stay in it, and then at the end of the day, they can look at all these ministers and doctors and even expatriates who have special diseases. On your news, my John online news portal that you were just showing me, Germany is shorting workers. They are turning to India for workers. Okay, I've been to the UK a couple of times. From the airport to the Uber driver, to the black cab driver, to the neighborhood, to the police force, most of them are Indians, because there was a calculated attempt that we have the population. We don't know what to do with it. Why don't we build the capacity of this labor and then give them out as cheap labor so that they can earn something? Once upon a time, I've been around for a while. Cuban doctors were coming here. What did they have? Sugar cane. Okay? We have a lot of doctors unposted. And let me commend the NDC government for striking some agreement with some Caribbean countries.
Okay, yeah. I think the first or second batch have gone.
Exactly. It is a very good thing. Okay? Because they have completed the education, they have acquired the knowledge, but they are wasting away. So if somewhere else can seek their, what do you call it, profession, why don't you send them there so that they can make money for themselves and for the state? That's a very brilliant thing, okay? But then, whilst doing that, this is Korle Bu.
Okay.
Who feeds the neighbor and staff? Who feeds the neighbor's children and staff? This is Korle Bu. So this thing is a very bad publicity for this country. And this thing should not be, let's save the image of Korle Bu, so it is not true, it is AI. No. If it is AI, what is the real status of Korle Bu right now?
Let us know that.
We have bets. And I am calling on multimedia who are fearless and independent and credible news outlet to make sure that they send journalists there to tell us the true story. Because KMJ, today we are here. We are very well. We are enjoying the Salah and the Eid and all those things. We never know what will happen.
Yeah.
Okay? The next time you go to Korle Bu and the reality is staring you in the face and you are like, oh my God, if I had known, I should have talked about it. So it is not about saving the MPP. It's not about saving the NDC. It's not about saving a certain public service. It's about fixing Korle Bu, fixing all our major regional hospitals, especially the referral points, and even fixing the municipal hospitals, fixing the district hospital, because when diseases come, when these calamities in the form of sickness come, it doesn't ask whether you are KMJ or you are Sekofi. Yeah. It doesn't ask whether you are MPP or NDC. And if care is not taken, if the proper structures are not put in place, by the time we realize you are being taken to the morgue. Okay,
very well. Thank you very much, Sekofi. Let me take the thought of Prosper as well, and then I'll come to Doc.
KMJ, thank you, and good morning to all viewers. I think it's very, very instructive to point some few things Kofi said. If you like, for a lack of a better word, the transport or the ensuring that nurses or medical professionals go overseas to other countries didn't start under the NDC. No, I was quite.
Kofi, let him finish. I'm sure you would.
You can note your. You
would explain that so that we all.
It didn't start under the NDC. It started under the MPP. It was a program which was started under the MPP, and your producers can fact check that. But I think back to the substantial issue. I think if we limit the issue to only Korle Bu, we might be doing ourselves a great disservice. I understand Korle Bu has become topical because of recent happenings.
Yeah.
But we need to look at the general situation of the no-bed syndrome. This issue started, I think, 2012, 2015, thereabouts. I think Ashesi University and the University of Toronto even did a research work on it. but it became predominant, or it became news on the airwaves 2017, 2018, thereabouts, when a 70-year-old woman also faced similar situation. So I think we really need to underscore where this whole issue of no bed syndrome started from. We also need to look at the issue in the right perspective. When we say no bed syndrome, what exactly do we mean? Do we mean that there are beds in the hospitals, that there are no doctors to attend to the people, or there are actually no beds? I heard Kofi make the point, and I heard people also make similar points that, oh, there are some beds in the hospital. But you see, it's not necessarily about having beds in the hospital. There must be a bed and there must be a facility and doctors to also attend to you. Because when I listened to the Deputy Minister of Health, Madam Grace, she made a point that even an ambulance, the stretcher on the ambulance can be classified as a bed. And she used the term a downstep bed.
Okay.
So it can also be classified as a bed. But you see, when you move towards that lane, it means the ambulance needs to have the right facilities for treatment. It needs to have the right facilities for treatment. All this thing about no bed syndrome has to do with capacity. The facilities are predominantly occupied. And so when they are occupied and you go there for treatment and there are no space, or there is no space available, obviously you'll be turned away.
Even if there's a bed, where do you put it? Are there space enough?
Fantastic.
To put them there to serve the purpose you want it to be?
Fantastic. And you see, whilst we are looking at this, we also need to look at how to generate solution for this, because obviously we know the challenge. We've seen the problem.
But why has the solution always been a problem?
The solution has always been a problem because I think people just feel reluctant to implement some decisions.
And you're talking about politicians,
the leaders, because take the LIMS software, for instance. It was designed not only to take the medical records of patients digitally, it was also designed with an interface to coordinate all health facilities in the country. So let's say, for instance, if a patient is being referred to Korle Bu, the system will be able to detect that, yes, there is a facility available at Korle Bu for such a patient, without necessarily having the patient crisscross the country or the city looking for bed. Ordinarily, when that happens, the patient already is traumatized without getting a bed facility for his or her treatment. But with the LIMS system, you have the knowledge of where beds are available. So you could drive the patients there. But what are we seeing? We have a health minister who has come and he has cancelled the LIMS system.
So that system is not working anymore?
That system is not working anymore.
What was the reason for cancelling it?
I think he has his own issues. He was talking about some procurement issues. But I think we can look at the benefits we get from some of these things whilst we manage situations. He cancelled the LIMS system. And these are some of the challenges. The other thing to us to do with health facilities. You see, in 2018, July, the NDC MP, what's the name? Honorable Rashid Pelpo, he's now a minister.
Yeah.
Made the point when this whole no bed syndrome started. And with your permission, I would like to read. It was published on Ghana Web. 15th July, 2018. No bed syndrome is simply a policy failure. NDC MP, Rashid Pelpo. The National Democratic Congress Member of Parliament for Wa Central, Dr. Abdul Rashid Hassan Pelpo, has attributed the unavailability of beds in the country's major hospitals to policy failure on the part of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo-led government. So if in opposition, you are telling us that it was a policy failure by the Nana Addo-led administration, and today you are telling us that we shouldn't politicize it, how do you call it? What do you seek to achieve? Because double standard. If you politicize the whole situation without professing solution, and your party is now in power, and there is no bed syndrome, you are facing the same thing. Instead of professing solution, then you were criticizing the previous administration that they caused it. Meanwhile, it was just in, just in July 2018, when MP took over less than 2 years ago. It's the same thing we are facing now. This NDC government has been in power for 15 months. What health facilities have they added to the ones we have? None. We had the government spokesperson, government communications minister, if you like, Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, tell us that by the end of 2025, they would have built 600 chiefs compounds. Do you know of any?
This was a campaign message?
It was a campaign message. It was in 2025. He said it in June 2025. June 2025. You see how uncomfortable you are. You just can't believe that he made that. But he actually made that statement. You see, so when you don't add up to the health facilities we have, you have situation where those available will become congested. And the situation is such a way that, listen to one health practitioner, he described as a funnel situation. The funnel at the top there, that's the ED, the emergency, the emergency department. When it gets choked there, at the top there, the down there, it will not trickle down. So if the emergency center is always choked, there may be beds available in the individual wards. But because the emergency center is always choked, you will not have the knowledge that there are beds available in the individual wards. That's why the LIMS system also come in.
Then that was also replaced by another platform. It was a state-owned platform.
No. There is
replaced by when he cancelled the LIMS system, he put in place a state platform that will take care of that.
Can you mention?
Is that platform a bed?
No, it's not. So what he's trying to say is a platform that would be able to tell people that there's enough beds here or we don't have enough beds here, even before the patient gets to the place he's supposed to be taken to. Yeah.
I think Kofi needs to exercise some patience. When we were speaking, I had my reservation about some points he was making.
No. You have the floor. So
I noted it. I think to educate him, the LIMS system, Kofi, if you may pay attention, the LIMS system, aside accessing the digital records, the health records of patients, it also provides a coordinated effort across all health facilities in the country. And so if you have a patient at reach who needs a referral, or there is no bed at reach, and needs a space, the system may be able to detect there that, oh, there is a bed available at Korle Bu or at UGMC. If there is a bed available at UGMC and there is no bed available at Korle Bu, why will you drive a patient to Korle Bu? That's what the LIMS system seeks to achieve. So it's not about the LIMS system, being a bed. It's not about the LIMS system being.
So the LIMS was actually taken off and replaced by GIMS, which was also another platform. Which
was replaced by what?
GIMS.
When did it start?
Well, the moment it was cancelled, according to reports, that was when it was.
According to which report?
There's no report on that.
There's no report.
There is.
There's not. I can actually pull stories to contradict what you are saying.
Are you saying, wait. Are you saying that the LIMS was not replaced by another thing? It was just cancelled? That's not true.
By which system?
GIMS, I just told you.
But I'm telling you that I can pull stories for you.
No, if you're telling me
yes,
if it's effective or not, that's different. But you can't tell me it was replaced by any other thing. Because it was replaced by something. But as to whether that thing is effective now or not,
fantastic.
That is if you want to argue with me, fine. But don't say it was not replaced by anything. It was replaced by GIMS.
It's not about arguing with you. KMG, you are a host now.
Yeah.
If someone comes to sit in your seat and the person is not moderating, of what use is the person there?
Exactly the point. So I'm not arguing the fact that I'm only telling you that the LIMS was taken off.
So you are buttressing,
was replaced by another.
So you are buttressing my point. It's of no use if
but before that you said it was not replaced by anything. That was where my argument was from, right?
And I'm telling you that, you see, if you are saying it has been replaced by something, whatsoever it has been replaced with should be able to serve a certain purpose.
Fair argument.
Fantastic. And so if it's not serving any purpose, it's just there. And the health practitioners are unable to use it. Of what use is it there? Of what use is it there? It's as though it's not there. It's as though it's not there. That's the basic logic I'm advancing here. If you tell me that it has been replaced by a system, and the system is not being used, or the system cannot be assessed, or the system is not effective at all, of what use the system there? So this is actually, borrowing the words of Dr. Rashid Pepo, it's a policy failure by this government. It's a policy failure by this government. They need to bear the cost and the negative news that comes with this. They just need to bear it and provide solution to it. As for that knee-jerk approach that the Korle Bu video was an AI generated, excuse me, it doesn't make sense. We have a situation where suddenly everything that comes online, be it negative, we tend to clothe it with a supposed AI-generated fiction. It's not true. The video was an actual video, was an amateur video captured by someone at the Korle Bu. And so the CEO there must put his feet to the ground and ensure that things work. As for that excuse that it's an AI-generated video, it's neither here nor there. Assuming without admitting that it's an AI-generated video, is it trying to say that the no-bed syndrome has been discussed now? It's not a situation at Korle Bu. Few weeks ago, like he said, a young, vibrant guy faced similar situation, and he died at Korle Bu. He died at Korle Bu. And his situation is so pathetic that I learned his father has been supplying beds to some of these major hospitals in the city or in the country.
As a charity or as a business?
That I can't explain. The emissary guy. The emissary guy.
The 20-year-old.
Yes, exactly. So you see, when you have a situation where your father has one way or the other, be it charity or as business, has been a support to the health infrastructure of this country, and you find yourself in that situation, what would the ordinary person from my village be thinking? Where will he or she find him or herself? And we need to really situate the issues and find the solutions to it. The minister having the limb system cancelled is part of the problem. This government coming on and ensuring that the Agenda 111, which several of them were on various stages of completion, at various stages of completing, they had abandoned them, is also a contributing factor. Because if you have hospitals stretched across the country, you now have a situation where patients will be, how do you call it, will find a situation where they may seem to be coming to only Korle Bu or some of these prominent hospitals. Because for all you know, someone may be having severe headache, migraine. He may think it's so severe that it's only Korle Bu that he can have treatment at. Meanwhile, if there are hospitals around his district or his locality, he or she will go there for treatment. So I think the blame, in as much as we are finding solution to it, the blame squarely must be put at the doorstep of this government.
Okay, very well. Thank you very much, Prosper. Prosper is communications team member for the MPP, and he's joined us this morning here on the show as well. You can also send your messages, let us know what you think about the issue of Korle Bu and the no-bed syndrome. And also, we're asking you to share your thought with us on Facebook, on WhatsApp, and let us know what you think about it. Let me take the thoughts of Doc. What do you make of that?
Good morning, KMJ.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning to Prosper and Kofi. And also, I want to say good morning to your viewers. When we want to talk about health issues in Ghana, sometimes I want to be more neutral than to go that political tangent. Because at the end of the day, sickness is like rain. It falls on anybody. And irrespective of colors, whether you are an MPP or NDC, when you are sick, and you still need to get medical attention. When we want to consider Ghana as a whole, our health system has been deteriorating for a very long time. If you look at infrastructure, look at sometimes even the quality of personnel, I mean, their professionalism, a number of things. You can raise questions about it. This has nothing to do with political colors. This has to do with the individuals who have been trained to serve the country. We are talking about bed here, but we shouldn't focus on bed. And I like Kofi when he was talking. We have to look at the health system in general. Today is bed. Tomorrow is MRI machine. I can tell you that this bed syndrome did not start today. It's been in existence for more than a decade. And so we've had government come, government go. MPP was in power for 8 years. And Prosper is making a lot of allegations here. See, he's raising issues about limbs and games. Let's be honest. If you give somebody a contract, and the person who has a contract, you paid more than 80% of the amount, and he has been able to deliver about 40% of it. And he's demanding the extra money by way of trying to sabotage the system. If you look at the justification the minister gave before moving us onto games, one of the things is that uncontrolled shutdown, loss of patient data. How do you lose your data? You'll be in the hospital. I've been to a number of hospitals. I'm a Ghanaian, so I go to the normal ones. I've been to Medina Hospital for dental things. You were there, and as they are working, they said the system is off. I'm telling you. And you have to wait until the system comes on, because without the system, it was paperless. Without that system, they cannot do anything. This guy hijacked our database in India, a server in India. So if you sit here and you talk as if you don't know what is going on, then I'm sorry. Please, if we are talking about chip compounds, he mentioned the fact that we promised that we're going to deliver 600 chip compounds, which we are doing it. Most of it are in different phases, because the District Assembly Common Fund that was released as part of the KPIs that we want to see that these MMDCs are functioning. The president gave directives, and KMJ, you can check from all the sources that it has been stated in that budget, the amount that were allocated to them, that each district should be able to provide 2 chip compounds, which most of it, I can assure you, if you go around, he's asking us for data. I will ask him to go around every district to district and check that most of it they have started. But
so that is the district that you are aware of.
KMJ.
That is not what we are here. That is not what we are here. Let's talk about the bed syndrome. If we are looking at the issue of bed, I would want us to look at the whole system, because when we are talking about bed, like we were talking, space can also be one of the factors. Most of our hospitals are choked, and that is why we need to upgrade our regional hospitals. We need to upgrade our district hospitals. We have to look for solutions. We are not here to banter MPP, NDC. We are here to help Ghana grow, have solutions for problems that are haunting us. So I believe that one of the things that we should all be rallying and be pushing governments, and not only NDC government, any government that comes to power, to be able to do, to make sure that at every level, the hospitals there or the clinics there should be sufficient enough to handle minor issues. Because see, if you look at referral, there are certain referrals that could have been handled at the district, but one of the things that you see is that lack of equipment, not just the bed. Because the reason why we are referring is not because the district doesn't have a bed, it's because that equipment is not at the district. That's why we are referring
Most of the time, the specialized.
Yes.
And this is a problem that the NPP and NDC are aware of.
That is it. So this is Ghana. This is an issue. This is an issue that transcends above politics. It's an issue that we have to look at it as, individuals and as
if we don't hold the political party in power also responsible and accountable for this, how do we solve the problem? You can say, okay, let's not politicize it, but of course, at the end of the day, NDC, if MPP is in opposition, they can't do that job. NDC is in power.
Let's be real.
Let's be real. The NDC government to be able to do it.
Yes,
right?
Let's be real. I don't have issues holding my party responsible, but I can prove to you that since we've been in office for the past, 15 months or so, looking at the things that we are doing, if we are given that same 8 years that NPP spent in power, we'll do more. Because look at even budget. We have to look at, because government works with budget. If you look at budget for 2024 alone, for the health sector, they budgeted about 16.2 billion Ghana cedis for the health sector. When they were doing cocoa rose, above 21 billion. Meanwhile, when we came 2025, our budget alone was 27.7 billion. This year, 2026, our budget is 34 billion Ghana cedis. Go and check. And the reason is that we want to upgrade our infrastructure. So if you compare this government to the previous government, you will see that we have the deliberate intention to upgrade our health system. Because it is the budget. If you are allocating money, you think that the health system is so dear to you that you want to make sure you want to upgrade it. What budget are you allocating? What money are you allocating to the health system for them to get all these things? We were here in this country from 2023, May, up to early 2024. we were here and we had about 443 containers locked at Temaport. What did we have in there? I mean, hospital equipment. This became news. And your government was in power. They couldn't clear that container. You, the whole nation has vested power in you to make sure that you help our health system to function well. And people decide to give us donations, drugs, HIV drugs, all these things, a number of them, which beds were part of it. 443 containers. As at 2024, when they were leaving power, they still said they have about 182. What were they waiting for? Meanwhile, they had money to channel into other use. Go and check. This is clear. But what I am here to do is to propose solutions. I think that one of the issues that we are facing as a country is that we haven't, paid particular attention to most of our district hospitals. There was a survey done by, a young lady which I met recently, and he was proposing to put a proposal before the president. So we had the opportunity where I met her personally, and she was telling me that if you look at all our regional and teaching hospitals, most of them do not have essential, some specific high-tech essential equipment for certain, activities. And he mentioned MRI, which is very important. In 2022, when the then health minister, Honorable Korle Bu Teaching was presenting on the floor of Parliament, 2022, KMJ, you can check. He said that the whole country, we have only 7 MRI machines. That is 2022. They have been in power, as at then they have been in power for 6 years. And he was telling us that the whole country had 7 MRI machines. And out of that 7, only 4 were functional. And those 4 were found in Korle Bu. One was in Konfanoche, one was in Irage, and the other one was in University of Ghana Medical Center. This is the government that we inherited from them. 4 MRI machines functional out of 7. So if you go to Tamale, you might not find it there. If you go to other places, you might not find it there. And so why won't Korle Bu be burdened with a number of things? We have to look at what is the problem and how to solve that problem. I believe that if government, because if you look at the work the health minister is doing, I will commend him on any day, because a lot of people were doubting, his abilities to be able to function in that capacity.
You think you'll be able to solve the problem that
we'll be able to solve this problem, because if you look at this year alone, out of the budget that was given, a chunk of the money was directed for infrastructure. And so that infrastructure bed is part of our, the normal things that we need in the hospital. So once, and even 3 new hospitals have been allocated, such that about 600 million Ghana cedis have been allocated for 3 new hospitals or regional hospitals. So this is what we are doing as government. And we need to look at what are the solutions. The first thing that I will want to put across is that he was talking about LIMS. GIMS is more functional and is doing better than what
he says it's not functioning.
He doesn't know. Can he call any hospital? We are on set. Call any hospital and ask that whether...
I don't know if anybody has had an experience. If you've gone to any
call any hospital as we speak now and let's know whether they are using GIMS or they are not using anything. Go and see. It was just the transition from LIMS to GIMS that we had issues, because now the minister had to get people to develop the software within a short time. And that short time brought about
software that's functioning now.
It's functioning now. That short time brought about the paper way of now going back to the old way of doing things, because now we didn't have access to LIMS. Now GIMS is working. So if you sit here and you don't know, don't sit on national platforms like this and make such allegations without facts. I am telling you that what we need now is we need to make sure that we develop our districts and our regional hospitals. If we are able to do that, then we are good to go. We also have to make sure that we have real-time information. I was talking about LIMS able to provide us with real-time information as to where there are beds. And I can tell him that is also false, because we were here from 2017 to 2024 and we had people losing their lives because of this bed syndrome. So if LIMS was able to solve the issue, provide beds at the hospital, then why were we experiencing that issue? How long have you been in power?
La.
Please.
Okay.
So if we are discussing issues of national concern, I will plead with Prosper. Kofi, it's very important. I didn't come here to come and do banter with him. Yeah. But it looks like, you see, we allow people.
But you allowed yourself to be. You see,
no. So Kofi, I'm not being used.
Okay.
I'm not being used.
No. I'm saying
I've proposed very important things that I think
sometimes
as a country
it becomes
we should look at.
tiring.
Okay.
Listen to the FPP and ADC banter over.
I just want us to see if we're able to clarify something. We're in 2026, right?
Yeah.
So as of 15th November 2025, the health minister reported an issue on games, and it's because this is coming to the debate, and that's why I want us to get some reference on that. So this is a story that was published on 15th November 2025, and it says games now fully operational at CCTH, says health minister, and just a short one. It says the health minister Kwabena Minta Akando has announced that the Ghana Health Information Management System, which is GIMS, is now actively in use at the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, marking a major step toward a state-owned digital patient records system. Speaking during the tour to key department at CCTH, Mr. Akano explained that the rollout is part of the government strategy to establish permanent state-owned electronic health platform that safeguards patient data and enhances service delivery.
Okay, so if I may,
I don't even see
KMJ.
Please allow.
No, but I don't want more I
don't see the need for these games. We're talking about beds. Metal beds, whether it's woody or whatever. People are lying on the floor. I'm coming.
No, you go on. But let me this is how this comes in. The reference is this: if you have records of a hospital that can easily have access to another hospital. Now, this is what happens. If somebody is in hospital A and is supposed to be referred to hospital B, hospital A will be able to ascertain if there's space enough for the person who's getting on that referral is able to get a bed there or not. So in technical aspect, it plays a certain role.
It does, but the point is that what is the conversation on the floor?
It's availability of beds.
Exactly. You know, but if I came here on same whatever guy or whatever software it is, then we are looking at it. In any case, this software issue.
Yeah.
Why is this even an issue? The state, this country, has a software. We has data, the health status, the records of every Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Being in a database. But previously, it was being managed by foreigners.
Yeah.
A hacking attempt has been made. And the state is taking the steps to remedy it. And this is a national debate.
Well, it forms part of the conversation.
No, but the point is that we're talking about beds. Okay? There are videos circulating online. People lying on the floor. They don't have beds. And so what can be done to remedy this situation? And we are talking about software being there. It was brought by the MPP. It was cancelled by the NDC. What has it got to do with it?
If I may.
What I'm saying is that when it comes to these software issues and all that, any day, anytime, I would prefer a software solely owned by Ghana, a state-owned software, which will have my medical records. I'm asking you a simple question. Okay, and it's for all of us. Have you heard any UK citizen, okay, whose health status in the database has been linked to any country, not even come to a third world country like Ghana? Have you heard any UK citizen, whether a prominent person or whatever, being linked to, let's say, a country like Iran or Iraq, or I'm looking for Russia? Can it happen?
No.
Exactly. You understand? So why is this even an issue? Let's talk about the beds. Let's fix the infrastructure, okay, so that there will be enough beds. When there are enough beds, okay, the system will even work faster. Because sometimes this system, it needs to be updated. For example, 1 a.m. there was a bed, okay, according to the system. Then 1:20, there's no bed because somebody has occupied it. But the system has to be updated. What's the point?
Okay. Well, sorry, let me take first person.
I think I've observed two things from the discussion here. One, with all due respect, I think Kofi's understanding about how some of these things operate, whether LIMS or GIMS, is very deficient.
Oh, how? I'm a cyber security expert. Please don't go there.
Tell me, I'm a cyber security
He's calling my integrity. Please.
So let me
question.
KMJ.
Let me
that
resolve.
I have mastered in cybersecurity and data forensics.
No problem.
The fact that I decided not to talk
That's
about
fine.
it
So
because
fine.
it's not a subject matter
That's
before.
fine.
Doesn't mind.
I wanted to address that. You have done that yourself.
KMJ. For me, for instance, I'm a dropout. But I understand issues. You even had to educate him on the importance of these games and links. That's the first thing. That's the first thing.
Kofi also had a different argument.
Yes, that's the first thing. The second thing. No problem.
His argument.
I can be more disruptive than him.
No.
You see, this is my first time here. This is my first time. I've been watching your show.
It won't help.
It is not decorum. Oh, come on.
He's telling me that I don't know what.
I already addressed this.
It doesn't help.
No, but it was you who started all this. Because I was going to attend to it, and then you came and then you gave all the credentials.
I should withdraw what?
I'm not deficient.
I should withdraw what?
I can lecture you.
It's based on my no problem because I'm a dropout. But that's my observation. And I'm entitled to my observation. That's the first observation I've realized from him. And I want him to know that I'm not one of those you can bully out of an
No.
That's the first thing.
No, that's not a perception.
You just read an article.
No, that's not a perception.
No, you let's move on. You just read an article. You said 15th November. The health
2025, yeah.
2025.
Yeah.
I want to prove you wrong. Fact check Ghana.
Says what?
20th November 2025. Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, the same hospital referred to, not actively using GIMS. Health Minister's claim false. You can also
so this
check
was
it.
a counter from what?
From fact check. Based on the statement you read.
Yes.
I'm telling you, fact check Ghana.
Okay.
Fact check Ghana. Which one is Ghana Web? I said fact check Ghana. I know the difference between Ghana Web and fact check. You see, so it contradicts what you read and the point he was advancing. And also, with all due respect to him, Doc here was trying to cast aspersions at me that if I don't understand some of these things, I shouldn't come and sit here. We are all here to share opinion. With all due respect and deference to him, he's a doctor, but he's a veterinary doctor. He's not a medical doctor in that field. So we are all sharing opinion as, for lack of a better word, not to an expert in that field. So he shouldn't come here trying to cast aspersions on me. Then he made some. I think that we should try and do away with
the personal attacks.
This guy has an issue.
Then they should watch their options
with inferiority complex. You see, he has an issue with inferiority complex. You cannot sit here. No. You see, you cannot sit here and tell me that I'm a vet doctor. I have sat and elected. No.
KMJ, I've been very decorous. You see, I've been very decorous. I've been very decorous to them. I've been very decorous to them.
And we are going to invite people who wants to spill insults.
What's insult? I'm not a veterinary doctor.
No, if you tell
I'm not a veterinary doctor.
Can you allow me to work? Can you allow me to work?
What is wrong with being a veterinary doctor?
Have I said something wrong with that? Have I said there's something wrong with that?
Don't worry.
Have I said there's something wrong with that?
Prosper.
KMJ, why wouldn't they allow me to make my submission?
Hold on.
Let's settle it.
Hold on.
Prosper, what's your educational qualification?
I'm a dropout. I'm a SHL dropout.
Kofi, hold on.
That's it.
I'm an SHL dropout.
No, Prosper, hold on.
No problem, listen. This is what I want.
See, let me be very honest with you. What we are doing here is not for anybody's interest.
Exactly.
Everybody representing any political party here, whatever we are doing here, it's not about you.
Exactly.
I'm not sure the viewers will be happy with the way you guys are going on with this. This personal thing about I am a degree, I'm an older, and I'm all this. It does not make sense. And I don't want us to be going on that level. Prosper, I beg you. If you want to make your point, make your point.
Fantastic.
Whatever your background is, these people are not interested.
I've not mentioned my background.
You came here to advance conversation on national interest.
That's fine.
Let's not make it look personal.
With all due respect.
I don't want to entertain
no problem.
this.
Let me make progress.
I think
with all due respect, I think it's important to set the record that I've never mentioned my background. It was
no, but
was
don't make references to others.
No,
I
didn't make reference to MJ, if I may.
You exclude Prosper.
No,
exactly.
Prosper.
Because you wanted to start everybody.
Exactly. You call me deficient.
No, Kofi. Prosper.
There's a subject matter on the floor.
I'm taking a cue from you. I'd like to make.
Please, let's not do this. Our viewers are very.
Then Dr. Isama here also made the point that your reporters can verify the chief's compound claim that they are at various stages of completion. The point I made was very, very specific. That Felix Kwachofosu made a promise that by 2025 ending, they would have built 600 chief's compound. So if you are telling me that, and he also made a statement that when this progresses, the projection they've made 600 chiefs compounds by 2025, when it progresses, it will mean that every year, if for nothing at all, they'll add 600 chiefs compounds to it. So if you tell me that today, the 2025 promise is at various stages of completion, when are we going to have the 2026 one? And if you again make the point that you budgeted, I've not even made time to check the figures, but if you make the point that you've budgeted so much for the health system or the health ministry, it's under your tenure we are facing this issue we are discussing now. At one point, you shouldn't politicize the issue, but another breath, you are blaming the previous government. It is you we voted for. You have the purse to manage the country. When you were opposition, you were lambasting the previous government. You are now in government and you are telling us that we should take a nationalistic position, as if you are criticizing this previous government. You see, KMJ, you see some of these gestures.
Oh, no.
Some of these gestures doesn't help.
No.
Some of these gestures doesn't help.
You don't have to.
If you are now in government, and you are telling us that we shouldn't criticize you, if you are criticizing you, it means you are not being nationalistic, then it's problematic. Why were you criticizing the previous government? Because you believe that you have a superior record or a superior solution to the problems we were facing. And for all you know, this is the theme of your administration, reset. It means you are taking us back and doing it anew. If you are doing something anew, going back to blame the previous government without doing more than them is even problematic. It's problematic. For all you know and all we care about, Ghanaians went to the polls to vote for you, to make their lives comfortable, including the bets. And I keep hearing them say bets, including bets that were at, how do you call it, the port. KMJ, it's not just about beds. If it's about bed, it's a structure. It can be put there. But a bed comes with its own facilities. And the fact that there are beds doesn't mean that the hospitals have spaces available to accommodate them. He made a point about district hospitals. If they had advanced the Agenda 111, they had continued the Agenda 111 we started. And I would like him to know that in 2025, in Ashanti region,
to wrap up for me.
Yes, to wrap up. In Ashanti region, when we finished 3 Agenda 111, including Oforikrum, they operationalized it. And I have a story to read, but for the sake of time. The Ashanti regional minister went there with journalists and they operationalized it. 3 Agenda 111. So when we tell them and we give them facts that the Agenda 111 projects at various stages of completion, 80%, 70%, and I can go on and on and on.
Okay, very well. Thank you very much, Prosper. It's timely, but not really necessary. But if this thing about the Cape Coast thing, I think it's something that we need to find. I don't know who works at Cape Coast. If you're watching us right now and you work at Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, let me know. You know that there was another story from Ajo Online, which also countered the fact check story that also came up, that they actually said that it's in use. After fact check came out, the hospital also came out and said that fact check is lying, it's in use. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want this. But
when did Joy do the counter one?
Say again.
When did Joy do the counter one?
No, it's after the fact check people came out. They also the hospital refuted again and said fact check what they're saying is false.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want us to hear it. They're going to be back and forth argument.
That's fine.
But I'm going to find a way to find out from Kibu so that teaching hospital.
That's fine.
I have a few friends over there, so I'll find out.
That's fine.
Doc.
KMJ.
Yeah.
Whatever we are talking about this morning, one, it has to do with space. Because even if you have the beds and you don't have space, you can't put them outside.
Where do you put the beds in the first place?
Outside. And that is why we will still go back Because when Prosper was talking, he was making reference to Agenda 111. How many years? 8 solid years for Agenda 111, and you are telling us.
Agenda 111 didn't start for 8 years. I think some of these things we just need to help moderate the show well.
Yes, no. Prosper, he said you had 8 years.
I had 8 years in power.
How many of them?
Agenda 111, but Agenda 111 didn't start for 8 years.
Relax.
He doesn't want us to
Relax.
Oh, Kofi.
It's either no.
Please,
even
please
if
don't go that line with you.
You see that I've been very quiet.
You interrupted.
When you were talking,
you interrupted.
No, Prosper, he didn't.
That's fine.
And he's the one who interrupted him.
No, but I was just making a point.
Yes, but it's Kofi who spoke, not him.
Sorry,
no problem.
You understand? It is the reason why you don't have to interrupt him. He's the one on the floor. When you were talking,
I was just making a point to you.
That point you made.
He's not comfortable with the truth. That's why he's doing all that.
What's the truth? No, but the truth is that Agenda 111 didn't start for 8 years. Agenda 111 didn't start for 8 years.
No, the reference he made, I'm not sure it's just about Agenda 111.
Oh, but KMJ, it's semantics.
I'm trying to explain to you.
I didn't only
listen to me.
Is it only topic?
No, but it looks like this is what we're going to exhaust for the day.
How?
But is it not important to you? Are you not the one who said that help?
Man, it's very important. But the point is the other.
So if we're exhausting it, then make sure that we're exhausting it. It's not what you're saying.
It's not the same thing we're doing. There's a topic on the floor. Okay, he veered into something else, and I was drawing attention that the way these guys are going.
No, KMJ, you see some of the things. You see when it starts
this guy, that information, whatever. He was the one who introduced it when I was speaking. Without messing any software. But I have a lot of.
But is it by force for me to follow your way of submission? If you didn't mention software, does it mean I shouldn't mention software in making the submission?
I don't know what
in advancing my point.
But seriously, stop. Kofi.
I understand, KMJ. Let's go.
No, you don't understand.
I do.
I know you don't.
Okay.
You're an IT person.
I am.
And you can't tell me that the conversation about games and lens does not make sense in this conversation.
I'm not saying that. I never said that. I can never say that.
So, and you see, all this fact check that we're doing is important.
It is.
For all of us to understand what exists and what does not.
Exhausting everything.
No, but it's not part of the. Do you know anywhere that games is operating?
Well, I've not checked. Okay, I've never checked. All right.
Do we not now have a reference point?
I am cool with it. You've read it. Let's move on. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly what we're doing.
But the point somebody's drawing us back.
No. It's not gonna happen. Okay. No, it's not gonna. For me, I think this is a very important issue.
It is.
Yes, Galam says important issue as equally as what we're discussing now.
It is.
But I want us to be able to exhaust this so we make some progress. Now we've spoken about business.
I've told you that.
Yes,
we are here.
Yeah.
Within a space of 2 seconds, we can be taken ill to Korle Bu or any other.
It happens to everybody.
It happens to everybody. So I've told you when I was speaking that the health sector is very, very important. We need to pay more attention to it. What I don't want is the tug of war between the MPP and NDC, okay, when it comes to issues like this, important issues like this, where we waste too much time bantering for nothing, where we are on each other's throat because somebody wants to take the credit. You understand? And at the end of the day, the real thing is there. And that's what I'm talking about. We are talking about no bed in the hospital.
Yeah.
He's talking about space. Fantastic. But the point is that if there are no space, why would people lie on the floor? The places where the people are lying, it is not to the sky. It is a space
they can equally manage that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
To solve the problem.
Because at the end of the day, the doctor has to attend the person in a very conducive atmosphere. That's what I was telling you, that if I am going to the hospital and I'm told, don't go, because when you go, you lie on the floor. And I'm leaving the comfort of my home, where I have a comfortable bed. Do you understand? First of all, psychologically, psychologically, I'm not feeling well, and I won't get well when I get to the hospital. Yeah, that's my point. But when I go to the hospital, and there's a bed, the place is well arranged, and all those things, and the doctor is in a nice mood, talking to me in a nice way, letting me understand what is wrong with me, and assuring me that I'm going to get healthcare. It is 50% of the job done.
Absolutely. Doc, can you make a point without making reference to Prosper and all of those?
Oh, no.
So that we can, be able to deal with the situation. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that we have the actual administration in power for 8 years. And they are talking about Agenda 111. If they had the health systems of Ghana at their heart or at the core of anything they wanted to do for us, they would have started right from year one. I'm sure by now we would have had a number of space. Because whatever we are talking about, you see, I disagree a little bit with Kofi, saying that the spaces that the ordinary people who goes to the hospital, the patients are lying, these spaces can occupy beds. No, that is not true. if we look at this room, KMJ, and we decide to furnish this room with beds, I can assure you the number of beds that this room can accommodate, we can have 2 or 3 times if we want to arrange individuals to lie on the floor. Because beds have to be spaced. Like Prosper was saying, bed doesn't come alone. It comes with monitoring devices, it comes with extensions, it comes with a number of things. So the issue here is about space. If we have the space, then we can have a number of, because there are a lot of people. He mentioned that the guy that died, this year, the father is whatever. That, in fact, we all don't have it. But I can assure you that there are many Ghanaians, people who mean well for Ghana, that are willing to supply us with beds free. I can assure you that there are a lot of them.
But it's not the space that we don't have.
Some of the things is that we don't have the space. The other thing is that when these
even accommodate free beds,
that is it. The other thing is that when these goods arrive at the port, the issue of clearing is another issue, and that's why I made reference to what we experienced previously. So I'm
but
not
are you changing that? You are in power now.
Yes.
Are you changing that narrative?
Yes, we are making a lot of progress when it comes to that side. We are making a lot of progress.
When goods, things like that of that nature comes to the ports, we have a way of making sure that they get out of the port as soon as possible to be able to get to where they are supposed to be selling.
I can say this on this show, that the health minister has promised that he's going to make sure that whatever it takes for us to restore our health system to a level that it will be able to serve us better, he's willing to do it. Let's have people who have done that in the past, if they are not weary because of the frustrations they went through, to say that we have brought this equipment, new ones, and now Ghana Health Service or the health minister is, being lackadaisical, dragging feet and not willing to pull it. We will come out and we'll talk about it. We'll make sure that we put pressure on our own government to do the right thing for the people of Ghana. This is what we are in for. So I can say that, yes, we need the spaces. And that is why, as part of our agenda, since last year up to now, we have decided that at least every district, in the course of, using their common fund, they should make sure that there's a fund that has been set aside for building 2 CHIP compounds. And not just building. If anybody tells you that we've abandoned Agenda 111, that's a false. Because if you listen to the government, we spoke about legacy projects that were left by the elsewhere administration, which government have decided that out of the district assembly and MMDC common funds that have been allocated, a percentage of it should be used to make sure that we continue and complete those projects. So we haven't left those projects just like that, because that is Ghana's money. And if those projects are at certain stages, Ghana government or the president of Ghana now, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will be willing enough to complete those projects than to start a new one that will take us forever. And that is why he spoke about legacy. I'm sure you've seen articles about legacy projects. You've seen the MMDC allocation, whereby a percentage of it has been allocated to make sure that we complete such legacy projects. That is what we are doing. And I can assure you that if we give ourselves time,
you don't have the time.
No, you see, you cannot use one day. Let's be real. See,
but
we want the ideal.
No,
we want the ideal.
It was a reminder that you have less time to do this.
Yes, realistically.
How do you ensure all of these things happen?
And that is why we gave timelines. The timelines we gave, that in a year we should be able to complete. That wasn't something that we just imagine. It is something that we decided that we will.
You're confident that we'll be able to.
We'll be able to do. But the challenge is that, how many of the DCs, do you know the time most of them receive the appointment letters? So if we are talking about it, we can propose as part of a manifesto, we can talk about it, and government will take a step to implement. Because, see, you proposing or you talking about it in manifesto is another way, and you committing to it to make sure that it is done is also another way. So for the first time, government has released the funds.
So
but the reality is that these MMDCs that are going to have the money, most of them got their letters, some of them even got letters around 2025, August, and the rest. So how do you expect somebody who got into administration 2025 August to complete 2 CHIP compounds within that short period, which is not possible. So we have to be realistic in everything that we are doing. But I can assure you that the speed at which we are going, if we are able to maintain it, some of these things for the next few years, it will be a thing of the past. And one of the things that we also have to do, we shouldn't look at space alone, because space can also be limited at a certain point. Because if you look at where Korle Bu is positioned now, I don't know whatever space that they can create again. If you look at all the enclave, unless government acquire new land, but there are district hospitals, there are regional hospitals that can be upgraded to meet the standard. Whatever Korle Bu is doing, some of the regional hospitals can do, if not all, about 60% of it. And that is where our attention and our focus should be, such that we'll be able to upgrade them. And I gave you the example of the MRI machine. I can assure you, currently as we speak, a lot of these regional hospitals do not have the MRI machine.
Are you providing that? Are you providing, the health minister providing that? Because now he has a fair idea of what we have and what we don't have.
So that's why they have made budget. So I'm thinking that once they are listening and people are making complaints, no, because you should have a listening government, a government that will listen to the plight of the individual. No, the government that will listen, and once you listen, you have to take a step, because we've seen over and over that with this current administration, it's not just listening, it's listening and action. Okay. So these things are ongoing.
Okay. Give me a minute. Let me do this. This one is coming from Eddie, and he says the no-bed syndrome in Ghana is a serious failure of our health system. Patients are still being turned away from hospitals because of lack of beds and emergency space. Years after this problem became national concern, the current government must be blamed for not expanding infrastructure fast enough and not prioritizing emergency care. Lives are being lost because of delays and could have been prevented. Greetings to Proper and Prosper, sorry. That's McVo sent in this one. It's a brother of mine who sent in that.
Just to wrap up. Finally.
I thought you were done.
Finally, just to wrap up. You see, one of the things that I just remembered is the fact that, see, I've been to, other hospitals, because we all go for healthcare. One of the things you realize is that this so-called protocol and familiarities and things is what is also causing this no-bed syndrome. There are places that there are beds. I can assure you. There are places that there are beds.
Yeah.
When you make a call, you see. I had
there's somebody who is on the waiting protocol.
I'm coming. So is this an artificial shortage or something?
I'm coming. No, don't interject. Let me land. There are places that there are beds. You know? I can assure you. I'll give you a classical example. My younger brother, the wife was pregnant. We went to, they were going to this place, Dodowa. Okay. Dodowa Hospital, government hospital. You know, they have, improved the place.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yes. So they were going there. When they went there, they had issues.
Where are you slippery?
Is it?
Where are you going slippery?
Kofi, are you going to allow him to talk? You are interjecting him.
No, it's not sleepy. I'm not. Kofi, no, I'm coming.
I'm only advising.
Kofi, are you going to allow him? No, he's making a classic example.
See, we're going there. When we went there, the issue was above what the hospital could do. So we needed a referral. They made calls. I can assure you, they made calls. No bed. Because they have
younger brother.
Yeah.
Your younger brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
So different hospitals.
Yeah. So they made calls to other big hospitals to make sure that if we can get a bed, so that they refer them there. They made calls, no bed. Then I remember that I knew somebody. So we had to pass around and make a call. When we called a person working there, within 1 hour, he was able to get us a bed.
Because of you.
No, I'm telling you this, not because I'm doing the wrong, but what I'm trying to tell you that
it is something that is happening.
It's happening. Okay. We have to face realities. See, others will go there and will not know anybody, and they will tell you that there is no bed. Somebody will come,
end up dying, but another person comes in against them.
Let me.
Our time is almost. No, in fact, our time is up. Let me have your lines taken. Them.
If it wasn't for incompetence on the side of both MPP and NDC, at the age of 34 years. Under the Fourth Republic, we should not be talking about no beds in our hospitals, especially a hospital like Korle Bu, Konfanote, and other places. That's number one. Number two, Doc, I was advising you didn't take it. NASA security should invite Doc.
Oh, why?
Yes, wait. I am not asking them to arrest you. You are only going to assist in investigation, because what he is telling us is a very classical example that certain people deliberately are deciding to hoard beds so that people will perish, they will lose their lives. Because don't forget that when there are no beds, like the classical case of the gentleman.
In extreme cases,
like the classical case, even whether it's extreme or not, okay, the person is sick. The fact that the person is sick and is going to the hospital means that, it's not well. You understand my point? But the case of the young man who died, okay, because there was no bed, he lost his life. Now, what we are being told about people in government, we doc here.
This is not government. I'm talking about when I was.
But you were in government.
No, it's not about government. You understand? It's not about government.
That's why I was
we are talking about reality.
Yes. So the reality, we want to avoid the
you see that hypocrite lifestyle we are as Ghanaians is not the best.
National security, that's the BNI.
Are you not happy he's been honest about it?
No, I'm happy. But you know what? I have never experienced this. I thought genuinely there are no bets. When you saw my submission, he's talking about how we can fix it, how we should do it. But what he's telling us is that there are bets. The taxpayer, me and you, our money. We have used it to buy bets.
There have been some of these allegations in the past.
saying that I didn't know. Do you know? You have evidence. We don't. But he has evidence. He just said his younger brother, he made certain calls. So what he's telling us is that the money that is collected from me and you, which has been used to purchase bets, so that when you and I get sick, we can go and lie on it for a doctor to attend to us. Somebody, because of their personal interest, because of their own diabolics, is trying to hold those bets until or unless we call them or pay something back door. And to me, this is a national security issue.
Okay.
Because the issue of matter of life.
Let me do some few messages.
So quickly, the national security should invite him. He should let us know those who are holding the bets and how those people are also releasing the bets so that there can be a very conclusive investigation.
Okay. This one says, JKMJ, I want to know if Ghana has laws that deals with the powerful in society and another for the poor people. A few Markin assaulted a police officer but has not been arrested and charged and arraigned before a law court. But we are supposed to have color-blind laws. KMJ, macro economic indicators are pointing on the right trajectory, but cost of living has not changed much at all. Let me remind you of the mining going on in the Miriwa Forest Reserve in Bibiani, Bakwai municipality in the Western North region, though LI 2462 has been repealed. All right, Charles, in session. Thank you so much for that. Let me go to this one. It says, good morning, sir. Please tell the MPP man to stop wasting our years with his gendarme after messing up the country. They had 8 years to transform Ghana but failed. They should be the last to talk about lack of hospital beds, which they use their mandate to demolish hospitals and faked agenda 419 hospitals, which they couldn't complete. They should apologize for their sins and stop disrupting the show. All right, let me go to this one from UK1 in the Tibiako. He says, good morning, Ken General Panel. Please, the Agenda 88 that metamorphosis to 1911 started in 2021 and we're told it would be completed in 18 months. And what did we see? In the Auditor General report, some contractors were paid with no job done, so the MPP man should give us a break and stop shouting in the studios. Kenji, do you remember that it took Otumfuo to organize fundraising for Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, and even materials he imported for the project that belongs to the state was left to the mercy of the weather cause. The then insensitive Nana government cared less. As a health personnel, I think it's important we take a look at our health infrastructure and its equipment and logistics to boost the health sector. Ask the MPP man what they did to the General Hospital and left it to its own fate. Okay, UK1 in a Tibiako sent in now. One master planner is here and he says, good morning, KMJ. The NDC communicator speaks like Ghana gained independence in 2017 under Nanado. You are telling us that as at 2022, we had only 7 MRI machines. When you were in power from 2009 to 2017, it was 7 and you added nothing. Please give us a break. Talking about the containers, he said the MPP left at the port. How many of them have they cleared since they assumed office? He should be giving us those figures and stop the propaganda and blame games. Master Planner Junior. Policy analyst in Kintampo sent him that. Hi, please, I need the vendor's contact for Gomwa Festival. Now this one is it's very special to my heart. So let me give it to you right now. Why is my iPad misbehaving? Be careful. Because I'll forget. It's okay, so the vendor number you can call on is 020-215-8734 if you're watching right now. 020-215-8734. And hotel reservations can call 053-404-9996. Yeah, okay, all right. On that one note, okay, so you go back again.
There's this police brutalities which has been going on for a while.
It's a big issue. It's what we talk about right now.
No, but quickly we see. Oh, but at least we can't.
If you are giving us like 2 minutes,
because you know what?
No, I don't have 2 minutes for you people actually.
The IGP supposed men have been involved in a brutality, and to me, this is something that was bound to happen. To me, I'm surprised that.
No, Kofi, this one will be long. We won't end up today. You know it's developing, right? You know that story is developing.
So
we will talk about it here on this show.
Okay.
Then I can promise.
Fine. Then let me conclude on the Korle Bu matter.
You were the one who spoke last about red messages.
No, but I didn't really.
Yes.
I think at the end, health they say
you've been a real jadda. Professor, let me.
Health
go ahead.
Health they say is life.
Yeah.
And no matter how we stretch it, at the end, we all want an effective health system.
Absolutely.
And so when you are sick and you go to the hospital, you are not asked of your party card.
No, they don't even care about which party you belong to.
How well you want to be treated. So in as much as we've had these discussions here, we expect government to really work at it and ensure that we have an effective health system. Between the periods of 2017 to 2022, 2023, thereabouts, if my figures serve me right, we've been able to complete about 63 health facilities. And I could run through. I'll be able to challenge anyone on the figures in the specific.
Yeah, but my time right now.
I understand. And so, in as much as governance continue, we expect this administration to work at it and stop the settings. The settings is becoming too much. Posing for the camera and the optics are becoming too much. The health minister working like some content creator and stuff is becoming too much. He should get to work. It's not about going to health facilities and shouting at CEOs or medical practitioners at the facilities. We want an effective health system.
Okay.
That will work for both MPP and this will work for both the rich and the poor. We also work to an extent that I don't have to call someone like the people in government are doing, where they are able to call someone to secure a bed for their kid brothers. We will not be able to do that because we're in opposition. And we also don't know people how to go influential places, but they are able to do that. And so the health system should work and work for real. Thank you very much.
Very well, thank you. Let me use this opportunity to say a big thank you to all the let me thank those who our clients who came through for us at the Ghana Fest 2026. And quickly I'll run through some of the names that I have here. So we have Yuda Hub Limited, who actually came through. It's affordable, trained, thoroughly vetted workers for domestic, commercial, and professional needs, and they are incredible company. You want to do business with them. Indomie instant noodles, we love you, tastes great. You Fresh water and beverages. Didi Shito was also there. Savory Ghanaian black pepper sauce by JB Foods, and their shito, you want to try it, is the best you can ever have. Max Bio Electronics also came through. Flow Global Limited, sanitary pad, they're into sanitary pad. Quet Organic Farms Limited is into supplies of organic farms produce. Safe Haven Exclusive Foods is also into Tom Brown invariants, Milky Tiger Nut, Witty Mix, Old Crunch, and more. Quival also is into production of fashion designs that are timeless, meticulously crafted by these people for you. Tifes Catering Service is into local beverages. You can find all your local beverages there. Sobolo, Lamogene, and all those ones over there. Cocoa Vibes is the best place you can get your coconut water, dishes, and grills as well. Green Sprout and 3LK Enterprise Natural Cold Pressed Fruit Juice. They are selling local drinks, palm oil, groundnut, honey, Tom Brown, and all the likes. Leather on Call GH has leather shoes, leather bags, leather diaries, and eco-friendly corporate gifts as well. Pambro Salt Industries Limited, production of natural sea salt for all your cooking, your food. Please make sure that you get Pambro Salt Industries Limited salt. Amuka Natural Fruit Juice, Jay's Golden Pies, natural fruit juice and vegetables, bottled juices, sweet sweet and savory pies as well. I ate their pie. I bought some. I sent it to the house. Just last night around 11 p.m. I was still eating pie, and that's at that time. Man, I know. Jad Couture also has beads and accessories. Fiacade beads also came through with some handmade beads crafts, very beautiful ones for your partners. Aladdin Bakery and Snack Bar, snacks and chips. We shopafrica.com e-commerce, and they are connecting all brands, clients to the rest of the world. And so make sure you also go there and subscribe and put your product over there to be showcased to the rest of the world. B Diet Limited came through with some granola, breakfast cereals. We have Daisy Hotel Amenities Company Limited, manufacturers of household chemicals and cosmetics. We had Federated Foods Processing Limited, local rice production, and they have Asida rice. They gave me one, and they actually cooked jollof rice for me there as well yesterday. Oh yes, I'm enjoying. Yesterday I enjoyed.
You can't enjoy this alone.
You should have been there. We have Yangon Beer also came through with some beer and alcoholic beverage. We actually had a good time. They've given me some to stock. In fact, they are bringing me a whole pack today. Did I say that? Okay. Koa Impa Limited cocoa natural juice, and it's the very best you can find. Please go and also get some. It's made from cocoa, the cocoa seeds. You know the pulp around the cocoa seeds. When we're young, we'll just open it up and then we'll lick it down until they've made it into juice, and it's very nice. Easy Buy Ghana, sale of home appliances and smartphones. Nax Africa into African Ankara dresses. You Fresh Company Limited has water and beverages, and Global 5000 Jusvina fruit juice as a natural fruit juice produced in a can for you. Flow Care Beauty also gave me something for my beard and my hair. She says that it's going to make my hair grow very nicely. So yes, thank you to you, Flow Care Beauty. They are into share better, share-based products and natural honey infusions as well. Matamis Pottery. Mama has been doing this for 30 years. She's been doing pottery for 30 years, and she's got some very nice pot. You can put your flowers in, with your planting and all of that, and make your house and your garden everywhere look very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mama. She gave me a pot as well, so thank you so much. Yes, they're into ceramic clay pots. Now, Josie Snacks is into processing of dry fruits, granola, coconut chips, pineapple chips, and all of that. Phage is also there. They had handicraft interior, and so if it's about your interior, you need to contact Phage, and they will sort you out. And lastly, we have Maflex Trust Farms. They are into produce and export vegetables, and their vegetables are very fresh. The garden eggs, the contomere, pepper, the tomatoes, they're all looking so fresh. If you need anyone like that, make sure you go to Maflex Trust Farms. These brands and products, you guys were awesome. You were amazing. We love you, and thanks so much for being a part of this year's Made in Ghana Fair, which of course as Ghana Fest 2026. Next year, we hope to see you again and want you to be a part of this amazing journey. We're grateful. Thank you so much. Gentlemen, thank you for coming this morning.
Oh, I thought you were going to say.
No. You have said, what do you want to say?
So what I want to say is that
everything
we do as young people, as people, especially young people in politics, let's always put Ghana first, because the children that we are bringing to this world and their younger generation, they also deserve that we leave them something, just like our forefathers left us something. Okay,
very well. Gomwa Easter Festival is coming up. We want you to be a part of it. We'll be telling you more about it. It's from the 2nd to the 5th of April 2026. And if I leave these two people, they'll start MPP NDC. So, gentlemen, thank you so much. Doc, thank you very much. Oh, Doc.
It's a wrap-up.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. As for you, you're the only person that can bully.